It's the series finale against the Rays, and James Paxton is looking to bounce back. It's the Game Day Show. Before we get to the highlights, let's take a look at the lineup and starting pitcher for today's game. DJ LeMahieu back in there at second base. Aaron Judge hit a home run yesterday. He's out there in right field. Aaron Hicks, he's out there in center field looking to get going. Luke Voigt in the cleanup spot. He's at first base. Gleyber Torres still looking to get hot. He's at shortstop. Mike Ford takes over at DH for Giancarlo Stanton. Gio Urshela is at third base. Gary Sanchez back in there behind the dish. And Brett Gardner, fan favorite, out there in left field. Mike Tauchman gets the day off after starting 6 days in a row. And on the mound, James Paxton. It's been a rough go of it this year for James Paxton. He's hoping to bounce back. His velocity has been down. His breaking ball has not been as good. Let's hope he has something today. Okay, a quick house cleaning note before we get started. As you know, Giancarlo Stanton, the opposite of whatever an Iron Man is, has been replaced on the roster because he had a pulled hamstring. So they're saying 1 to 2 weeks he's going to be shut down. It'll probably take him another week or two to ramp up. So I'm saying a month. That's what I'm predicting. But Thairo Estrada was called up to replace him because he was already on the taxi squad. In the pregame, I mentioned that it would be either Miguel Andujar or Clint Frazier. That is still going to happen. When the team gets back to New York tomorrow, they're going to have a meeting. They're going to evaluate who would be the better fit, and they're going to decide and make that choice then. They might not even call up one of those guys. They might give the DH spot to Mike Ford and keep Estrada on there. Or they might call up another pitcher. So we'll see how that works out. I think personally that it's going to be Andujar, but that's just a hunch.
For what you're putting out on the field, some teams underachieve.
The ball is jumping or has some action on it.
Fly ball right center. And Hicks called. And Margot down on strikes. That's the third strikeout for Paxton.
Watch me, and
that's going to do it. So just like that, Morton's day is over, and the Rays will have as much time as possible to bring in a pitcher and get him warmed up. Breaking ball, strike three. Adames down looking, 1. Strike 3, Diaz down looking, and 5 strikeouts for Paxton.
He's had good command too. I mean, we talked about it, the life on his fastball. Even though he's, we're used to him throwing 95 to 98. He's averaging, around 92 to 93.
First 2 outs, and that one is skied to right center. Judge. Did he go? Yes, he.
To mix in his other pitches now.
And another strikeout as Renfroe.
Make at bats go quick where hitters don't get comfortable.
Strike 3. How about that? Paxton strikes out in the side. Wow. He has 8 strikeouts in 4 innings.
Great
Good home run derby, Dames.
And Voigt lines a single left. Torres into right center field. It's a base hit. Renfroe is going to play it off the wall. Voigt will stop at third. High fly ball deep center going back. Margot, he's on the track. He's at the wall and he drops the ball. It hit his glove and rolled to the wall. 2 runs will score. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 9 for Paxton.
About earlier, the hitters tell you that.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 11 for Paxton, who is dealing a beauty. It's extraordinary. That one is driven deep to left field. There it goes. See ya. Long home run for Rousseau. And just like that one is driven deep to right field. Judge turns, looks, see ya. Tie game. Back to back home runs by the Rays. Ground ball. Let's see if they turn two. There's one on to first. Nothing. Their decision is he's out. They have overturned it. So a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. 1-1. Line drive, a base hit. That'll do it. Lau scores, and the Rays beat the Yankees 4-3.
Okay, so James Paxton was the story today. Regardless of the outcome, he pitched very well. I was surprised to see how many strikeouts he had, how many swings and misses he had. He has not been pitching well up to this point. I covered that on the pregame, but today he was quite good. People were swinging through the fastball. They have these tools that can track your spin rate in real time, and they noticed that his spin rate was going up as the game goes along, and that creates a little bit of deception on the ball. His velocity was ticking back upward. It was still 93 most of the time. It wasn't as many 91s as we saw the last two starts. It was mostly 93. We saw a couple of 94s. So that's good. That's an improvement. But yeah, the big strikeout pitch going today, he had the changeup working. He was throwing that effectively down and away to righties. He had the breaking ball working. He was throwing it away to lefties and down and into righties. So James Paxton was very, very strong today. And that's a good omen for the Yankees because with him coming back into form, and Garrett Cole struck out 10 yesterday, he's rounding into form. We saw what Masahiro Tanaka did last time, positively dominant. Now the outing did kind of fall apart in the 7th inning. He gave up back-to-back home runs, a 2-run shot, and then a solo shot. Both were kind of fat pitches. The first was a fastball that he missed kind of out over the plate, kind of middle in, just saying hit me at 93. And then the other was kind of a hanger over the plate to the lefty, which got hit out of the park. So, I thought overall Paxton was great, but he did run out of gas. That's something to be expected. The guys did not have a full spring training. He didn't have the ability to train as much as other guys did over quarantine because he was coming back from that surgery. Now, he threw a few bullpens, but he obviously has not been as strong as everyone else. But today, for the first 6 innings, really, he looked as strong as anyone. Through 6 innings, he had allowed just 1 hit and had struck out 11. So, nice start by Paxton, good sign for the Yankees. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that the time has come for Gleyber Torres to step up. He had a couple of better swings today for sure. We saw the shot to right field. I think that Gleyber Torres has an opportunity to fill the gap left by the red-hot Giancarlo Stanton now that Stanton is gone. If Gleyber Torres can hit a hot streak right now as the Yankees head home to take on the Braves, then that could absorb some of that loss. And maybe we'll get Stanton back later this year, though I wouldn't count on it anytime soon. But Gleyber Torres is a guy who really needs to get going. Another guy who's already been swinging the bat very well, had another couple of hard hit balls today, was Luke Voit. I really like the way he's swinging the bat. He's for real. Look for him to have a big series against the Braves. The Yankees are off tomorrow. They take on the Braves on Tuesday and Wednesday at the stadium. That should be fun.